AC. Looks like it means this is what 402 does. Awesome. 2 for 1. Get this guy taken off. Wow, finally. 88.55 and I got a 65.24 to Union Pacific's trailing behind the CP unit. Sun's coming out for me to see the CN4. CN U702. And off the island. Okay, off the island. And if I'm right, we could have a potash load then over to the island also. So CP leader. Could have sworn I heard he had a CP leader on the scanner, and yeah, 71.35 and 64.24 and 88.55. There it goes. There she goes, heading off the island. Get out of the way. Why the fuck is that construction machine blocking my...
KC 620 potash train, KC officer.
Oh, 620. It's CP 620.
KC officer. Yes, 3928 east, over. The CN movement, led by a CP engine, is onto the lead at the by the south lead. So you guys are okay to proceed in this town. And line yourself over at Crown Motors and then meet TBTL staff at the CP switch. Okay, sounds good. We are going to proceed eastward into town at Crown Motors, get ourselves lined up, and we'll give this train to them.
620.
That's correct, and then I will work on a crew bus to pick you guys up from the CP switch area. Okay, sounds good. You're working on a ride. Thanks. CN 3928 east. Maybe work yard 9 if you have to do anything, because 421's coming in and CM might also be on the road. Oh yeah, you got to switch to the line. Alright, sounds good.
So I thought we had a CN potash, but we got a CP potash. That being said, 620 is coming in next. I don't know if they'll be heading over to the island once the 702 is clear, and I'm not sure. Sometimes it's hard to say. Yeah. Yeah, this CN has CP leader plus a Union Pacific engines trailing behind it. $88.55. CP leader on this U702. All empty. There you go, heading down to West Fort Yard, and then once they heading down to the West 4 Yard, then eventually getting turned over to this to CN at Neving Interlocking. And he should be due to have a meet with CP620. Nice. Interesting to know if he's got any deeps. Westbound coal empties. The CP leader. Look how fast he's going, Jesus Christ. Last month I had U701 with Norfolk Southern Power and Union Pacific Power at the back, and this year I'm catching U702, CP in the lead, and 2 Union Pacifics trailing behind the CP unit that's leading this eastbound CN coal empty U702. Awesome. And then hopefully we should have CP620 right after this guy. Symbol on this train is CP. CNU702. I almost got the railroad mixed up. Symbol on this train is CNU702. This train originates in Thunder Bay, Ontario, and terminates out in Detroit, Michigan. As he heads off the islands. This train came in yesterday. I heard it came in yesterday as U702. Now he's leaving as U702 coal empties to Detroit, Michigan. Ever cool. So they should be having a meet with CP620, and yeah, he's going fairly quick as he cruises further west out of on CP territory and then crossing over to CN territory. And here comes the end of CNU 702 right now. Yeah, CNU 702 CP leader, alright. And I think this 620 is a CN unit, which is an X-City Rail unit. I heard it on the radio, which is 620, and yeah. There's the end of CN U702.
274, restricting signal, no track, at the Diamond, Port Arthur Interlocking.
And that was 421 calling the Diamonds. We also got 421 coming in also. He's got work in E-Yard, and yeah. And there goes CNU 701. Off he goes to its final destination in Detroit, Michigan. Awesome. Okay. Crossing over. We'll play it again when I think when 620 comes, after he met the 702, the CNU 702. I think that's what's we're gonna get here first. Anyways, on to the next train scene. Roll it. Okay, not too long after the U702 left, here's CP620. And it looks like he's got a Jeep. So here's CP620 pulling into Mission Island terminals. He had a meet with the CN U702 at Mission Island terminals, and he's the next guy. He's the next guy into the terminals. Ever cool. CN 3928. That's seriously there. 3928 and 4421. There it is. I was sort of hoping to see 620 next after the 702, U702. Really cool. 421 is just sitting down there, probably waiting for the CP620 to pass. First I caught CNU702 coming off of the island, and now CP620 pulling into the island. Awesome. This is amazing. I'm getting the action pack right now. 2704 will stop. I wonder if 421's starting his work now. Should have a deep either in the middle or the back. Eastbound loaded potash train, CP620. Symbol on this train is CP620. This train originates out west in Saskatchewan, in the prairies, and terminates in Thunder Bay, Ontario.
Stop.
Get some cool wind coming from the Kaministiquia River here at the Jackknife. Yeah. Yeah, 620 is just heading over to the island after descending the steep slope from the Kaministiquia subdivision. Yeah. Oh, we got yard crews pulling up. I don't know if they're gonna... Damn yard crews. I'm gonna be blocked by the yard crews. Fuck. Don't know what the fucking deep is. Fucking yard crews can... Leave me alone. It's like, leave me alone, yard crews. Looks like they got a pair of some empty grain cars with them. Because the DPU's coming up, and I do not want to be blocked by the yard crews. I don't know where those yard crews came from. I think it's yard crews, not 630. If I remember correctly. Let me give the yard crews some room to pass if they're coming up here. That's why I'm sort of walking over here, to give this yard crew some space to pass here. What's the power in the yard crew? 4521, and holy shit, it's Su-4402. I'll be damned. They got a short line of some empty grain cars. Looks like the yard crew is gonna get here first. Let me see if I can try and zoom in on the deep. Oh, 620 is moving to a stop here. What's that? A CSX unit? I can't tell what it is. Oh yeah, CSX. Air crews are coming up. Looks like they're going to be having
It's going to be operations. Go ahead, over.
Wow, look at that. Su-4402 is in the contest. Ever neat. Look at that.
60 west, you guys are okay in the Thunder Bay caution. North track to the west and the west.
Wow, look at that. I had a feeling that the yard crew was going to be the first. Alright, thanks for the horn show, boys. Have a good one over in the White Courtyard.
That's correct. 421 working the south of the Plus Lab and I.
Yeah, let's zoom in on the Deep. Got a nice horn show from the yard crew. CSX 3217. Decent view of the Deep before the yard crew blocked that guy. And we got Su 4402 in the contest. Ever neat. Who's this? Who's this that's calling in now? And I wonder if he's taking. Wonder if these empty grain cars are going to the Westport yard. I think that's where these cars are going. I still got a decent enough angle to CSX engine that was trailing second on, or DPUing on 620. Oh, we got another westbound. 421's in town right now, starting his work, and I think these guys are stopping to wait on the 620. Yeah, they got. Okay, 620. 620's moving. He stopped for a bit, and this yard crew has stopped to wait for the 620. Looks like he's got a DPU at the back. Also, this yard crew has stopped to wait for the 620, and 421's in town working. And we got another westbound coming also. I think he's north tracking, and 421's on the south track working an E-yard, and yeah. Yeah, this yard crew is hauling a string of some empty grain cars. I assume they're headed to the Westport yard. And then this yard crew...
Crossover from the south to the lead. Check the first. Down the lane.
104.
Line off, check reverse. Yep. That's the bundle line off, check.
What's the deep? Looks like the deep's just a CP engine, regular power. Yeah, KCS AC 4400. Yeah, the yard guys are getting off. They're probably getting off to set the switches, then going ahead. Yeah. The rear deep is nothing interesting. Yeah. Deep's a KCS AC 4400. Those guys have just got off to line the switches so that they can go ahead and take those empty grain cars over to the Westport yard while this loaded potash train heads over to the island. And look at that, I can videotape the potash train through here, through these grain cars here. Deep's nothing interesting, we don't want. And there she goes, heading into the island. Look at that smoke. Okay, they're throttling up. They're now moving it.
5 cars to pick up and all lines. I'll keep her under 4.
There's some green cars parked down there. Now they should be moving at a decent speed, and yeah. Which track are they taking?
Clear out.
Look at that, a multi-mark scheme cylinder. They were cool. Yeah, I assume these empty grain cars that this yard crew's hauling are heading down to the Westport yard and then eventually going out on 321, I think. Yeah. Early morning madness rail fanning. Well, they're throttling up. Here they go. Here they go to the Westport yard, and yeah.
Is on 794. Team first out of for a look?
Yeah, E702, 620, and yard crews. We'll try to meet with the 620. Very cool. There they go. Heading west into the West Fort Yard. Super cool. Yeah, they're heading down to the West Fort Yard where they will drop these empty grain cars off. 360. This guy's got a fouled K3L. Looks like he's just got plain minutes.
Apparently 6 track is full. 6 track only shows 6 storage cars is over.
Yeah, no stuff. Yeah, he's on the north track. Just as I predicted, he's on the north track. Look how fast he's going. Jesus Christ. $86.52. 8060 and 8652. Or 9652, actually.
04, it's only got 3 green.
Yeah, 8060 and 9652. Two AC-44s. Two AC-4400 locomotives together up front. Very neat. Getting the action pack today. 1, 2, 3, 4 trains so far, and possibly a 5th train. Possibly a 5th train that could be leaving. I'm not sure. There's a 421 that's working E-yard right now. I don't know how long he'll be, but oh well. He's just heading down to Westport for fuel and tag. $112. Sounds like the scanner called out 112. We could possibly have an eastbound coming up also. I'm about 100% sure. They didn't catch the full radio conversation because fucking 421's on Road Channel 1. The crew of 421's chatting it up with the work at E-yard because he does have work in E-yard. I gotta say, it's really fucking busy right now.
Around the corner now, I'll bring it back in.
Really busy today. He's cruising. feels the heat. How come he doesn't have the mixed crate? How come I'm not seeing the mixed crate yet? He's got a monster load of intermodals. Is it deep in the middle? I think. Yeah, here comes the DPU. And there's the auto racks at the back. I'd say DPU alright, 9768.
At the station. Good, section lead, West, both sides at the depot, thank you. There's some nope.
There's the auto racks and mixed freight now. Now he's slowing down as the end of the train gets closer, and yeah. His tail end should be stopping short of the crossing, and yeah. He's got his air brakes on, and it's just gonna stop as the tail end passes by me, and yeah. Yeah, symbol on this train is CP or CPKC 119. This train originates in the St. Luc Yard, Montreal, Quebec, and terminates in Edmonton, Alberta. There you go, carrying the crossing. Stopping in Westport for fuel and tag. Anyways, on to the next scene. So yeah, what I was about to say. Let's see if we can catch at least one more train. If not, this will wrap it up and end it. On to the next scene. Roll it. Alright, here's 112 now. I don't know if he's pulling up to New Vickers for fuel, or is he just, or is he going all the way to E-Yard for fuel and tag? I'm not 100% sure. Looks like he's stopping here. I'm not sure what the deal is. And who's this guy? I'm not sure if I know this guy, or but he's getting off. He's a trainee, so don't think I know him. Alright, 112's moving. And 119 is done his fuel, so he should be pulling any minute now, and yeah. 112's pulling ahead to the shed. I don't know if that's where he's going to be going. 421 still doing its work, and look at that, there goes 119. 119's now pulling north track out of Thunder Bay to his next crew change point in Kenora. Yeah. I don't know where he's fueling. He might, I'm not sure if he's fueling at Yeah, he's going over to the shed. 8100. Okay, he's gonna get back onto the train. There's a crew bus down there. And there's 421's train down there. Power for 421. Still doing some work in E-Yard. So RTC CPRTC in Calgary on road channel 1.
RTC 119, that's 16 here. Yes, our crew is to let you know that we have a superintendent riding with us to Ignite, Gary Hole. And we're looking for maybe taking the north track up to view to there. We have W2s, but I think it's more efficient if we go up to north instead of around.
Great, Superintendent Gary Hole is on board with yourself today. And yeah, I can keep you going down the north, that's not a problem. I agree, I don't think we save much going through the turnouts.
Roger, thank you very much for that. 8060 west out.
RTC.
Does a ride need to be arranged for Superintendent?
I was speaking with Chad earlier. He said he was getting something set up for me, so I might jump back up the second one to call him.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
What is 112 stopping?
West out.
Where is he fueling? I'm not sure where 112 is fueling. I think he might be fueling in the depot. If I'm right. I don't know what the deal with this 112 slowing down here.
100 up.
Doing other stuff.
100 I'm off. 100 up.
I guess he's stopping here. Yeah, he's stopping. Like, if he does stop, I'm gonna stop the camera and wait till he... Oh, there he goes. There he goes. Why is he crawling like a snail suddenly? Yeah, he's crawling like a snail right now. He must be headed all the way down to the yard for fuel and tag, and yeah.
8060 west, clear signal, Dexter, north track.
8060 west, clear signal to Dexter, north track. There he goes. There he goes. What the hell is that power? What's that power noise that I'm hearing? Oh, he's moving ahead. So I think it's safe to say, yeah, he is heading down to the yard for fuel and tag, and yeah. And there's a Jeep down there. Looks like the Jeep's a KCS Jevo. So I could hear him revving up. Five trains. So far, 5 trains. 2, 3, 4, 5. I think 5 trains. Yeah, it is 5 trains. I think. So he's eastbound, heading down to New Yard for fuel and tag. Should be heading down to New York for fuel and tag. Third guy calling up.
Give me a heads up the west end of 2 yards.
Okay, thanks for that heads up. West end, you're being up there. Thank you.
Crews on duty, we'll get you stacked out as soon as possible.
Perfect, thanks. I appreciate it.
Here comes the Jeep. Jeep's a KCS Jevo. DPU all right, 4876.
Jackknife switches back on this one ball clear, or drop off the default and give you a truck to do that over? Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, I thought getting back to deep fuel radio's kind of broken up. That's good radio. Okay, all good. I'm going to go back to that.
Look at that. There's the yard crew. Yard crew reversing back into E-yard. Hey, what's that? Another CSX engine? Are you kidding me? Another CSX. All right. at that, another CSX. Yeah, DPU CSX number 3458, Severn East. Ever cool. Nice. Yeah, it's busy today. Yeah.
Ang ba't yun eh, dahil mo nulot